They've still got Ormond in the bin. Tawny Nashu bumps off one, chest pass in for Leo, gets rid of a couple of Samoan defenders, and the offload for Baker. New Zealand hit back again, not done yet.
Thumbs up for Kurt Baker. Truly impressive by the Kiwis, down a man, still able to create an opportunity to strike with Lewis Ormond in the bin. Nashu just shrugging off defenders. With all the experience, Kurt Baker just knows that offload lane, waited patiently for it. Dots it down. The strength of this man. Pulling in two Samoan defenders, understanding where Kurt Baker's gonna be. Beautifully floated pass. Kurt Baker in his 50th tournament.
And the signature move, the double thumbs up. Well, New Zealand, they look down and out, 26-21. Still 90 seconds or so to play. Samoa, their turn, they responded each time. Ormond knocks that back on New Zealand's side. Ware is just smothered straight away. Oh, and there's a knock on, a little touch off a Samoan hand. This is ball for New Zealand.
Big movement for New Zealand here. Really unfortunate from Samoa there. They had their mitts on the ball, just gone forward there.
Time off. Substitution.
New Zealand are known for being able to close out game. All of the experience they have in that squad. 50 seconds left on the clock. They understand what's at stake here. They want to make that final. They want to finish this tour off on the right foot.
Guys like Molia, Baker, digging into the memory banks.
Time back on.
They've got real-life examples who have been there. Samoa already played extra time in their last match. It's slow ball for Baker, but away he comes for New Zealand. Through the hands, Ware for Leo on the outside. Moses Leo is hammered into the ground. Eventually squeezes that ball back, and it's a penalty for New Zealand. Magavi Black for Baker into the final 30 seconds. New Zealand need a try to level. Leo swarming through is Samoa. There's blue jerseys everywhere. Big wide ball for Nicole Amanaki. Nicole striding through. Great defence again from Samoa. Who goes? It's now or never for New Zealand. Back they come to Molia. He's gonna go himself, the captain, Sione Molia, running around under the post, and the conversion is needed now for New Zealand to win it.
Such heartbreak for Manu Samoa. They played so well all game long, just ran out a little bit of gas at the end. Sione Molia, with all of experience, just understanding that the player inside of him was just
to win it, and that is a double thumbs up for New Zealand.
Heartbreak from Samoa. Ran out of gas from their extra time. Could have played a factor, but credit to the Kiwis finishing the job. Yeah, Sione Molia just reading the body cue, understands that his defender just slid past him. And then a little dummy to make sure he centers the ball so they can have that winning conversion. Brilliant experience from the number 12.
Kurt Baker, the player who absolutely loves having the crowd against him at times. The Samoan fans are so wonderful, and they were so very close to seeing their team through to the final run. Let's go down and get some reaction from the New Zealand team with Gareth Rees.
Sione, the winning try, just talk me through at that final moment.
I think the boys done extremely well to create the space for me, and obviously the boys held their worth, so I had a couple of decisions, and I think that one opened up for me, and I just went through the six.
And how about a shout out to the young Samoan boys? They put up a fight.
Yeah, we knew it was always going to be a big battle against these guys. Real physical, real fit as well, so happy to get the win.
At a final against Fiji, what does that taste like?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's the pinnacle for us, I guess, playing Fiji in the final. And I guess we got a chance to kind of kill this story a bit, but we'll wait and see.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for doing this. Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, the New Zealanders were never just going to let it all happen around them. They wanted to have a say in what goes on this weekend, and they will do so. Boy, oh boy, what a couple of semi-finals we have had. Fiji advanced through to another cup final against New Zealand for the bronze, and this is so desperately important. Australia will take on Samoa. And this is why it's so important. Australia have to win that bronze medal match if they want to win the series. If they don't, Fiji are right in with a sniff. Of course, if Fiji doesn't win the final, Australia don't win the bronze. Hello, South Africa, you're back in action. There is so much happening. So let's carry on and hand it back over to Dylan Stanford.
Thanks very much, Ricky. So much at play there. Super session coming up later. Those are the matches coming up. France will take on Scotland, Kenya, Argentina. Bronze medal game, Australia against Samoa, and then Fiji v New Zealand for the Los Angeles Cup title. So, this brilliant venue, Dignity Health Sports Park, sees the next match featuring here. It will see South Africa take on Japan here at this epic venue in Southern California for the 13th place playoff game. Ranked number 1 versus number 16. It's sevens where anything can happen. And here come the sides right now. Sheikh Soizwapi brings out South Africa. And Kazuma Nakagawa brings out the Japanese side. Alongside me, an Eagle great Hall of Famer as well for the US, Zach Test.
Alan, great to be here. Incredible scenes here at Dignity Health Sport. What a game we just saw. And this one has the potential to be another great. South Africa not where they want to be, but they want to finish off Neil Powell's tenure here with a good win to send them off before they head to the World Cup. Japan have done really well building out throughout this tournament, found some real good continuity. Let's see if they can continue their fine form.
Cisco Lopez is our referee for this one. Japan beat South Africa. Japan, who beat Canada 26 points to 19 to get here. South Africa took out Spain 29 points to 12. That's where these sides find themselves here in their final match of the regular season. 2 weeks' time, we'll be in South Africa, who will host us gloriously with the Blitzbox. Branko de Prep says he's going to lay out the red carpet for us from September 9th to the 11th. South Africa kicking off from left to right against Japan in the 13th place game. De Prep in his 82nd event comes here to Tashi Yoshizawa as the World and Union plays in background. And Yoshiyuki Koga, good carry from him. Timo Fitosafia has been one of their best Japanese players. He reels it in the field of play. Now to the left come the Japanese attackers, coached by Koichi Umeda, former international himself for his country. To the left they go. Ryota Kano and a jump step from Yoshizawa. It's a spin tackle from JC Pretorius. Early possession for Japan, and the big frame of Timo Fitosafia. He gets driven backwards. Scored against 4 different opponents this weekend. Certainly one to watch as they sneak down the short side. Fukushi gets a bump on Williams.
Last foot.
Japan come across here looking for a short line. There's a short line. Fitosafia has been pinched and turned over by the blitz box. Oosthuizen now, Ryan Oosthuizen looking for a crack himself, gets a lovely switch to Shilton Van Beek. Van Beek is free. And the blitz box will open the scoring in this clash. It's a lovely late switch from Oosthuizen. And it sees Van Beek in.
Yeah, Van Beek, the recipient of some great defense by South Africa. Japan looked to test them down the short side a couple of times. But these men, they have great contact skills. Great late switch, Van Beek. Understanding that he's just got one to beat. Good fend, good little kick step. And they can cruise in for the first 5-pointer of this game. Yeah, you can see Oosthuizen just reading that his defenders come with him. Van Beek is in a great position. Straightens out, beats his defender. And can jog in for the first 5 points of this match. Great start for South Africa. Started with a great defensive set and finished off with a nice transition attack.
Branko de Prep raises the flags. It's 7-0 South Africa. Shilton Van Beek. And that's Ryan Oosthuizen, final year LLB law student, University of South Africa. He's two-time series champion, he is. Branko de Prea with huge restart. Murphy hits it, but Japan have it. Soka, and then they throw the intercept ball, but Lopez says offsides. Or not 10, in fact, was the kick. Japan go to the halfway line. They tap quickly. Oh, it's a loose ball again. They must be careful here. So Oosthuizen flies in. He may have knocked it on.
2 knocks.
You can see the pressure that South Africa want to apply to the Japanese. Unfortunately, with just a little knock on there, they had the pressure. They were going to scoop up the ball. It's time for Japan to take a breath here, compose themselves, get into their attacking framework, see how they can test this South African defense.
Neil Powell could look there at the South African head coach, been at the program for 10 years. He's last time in charge before the World Cup, appointed in 2013. Won the series in 2009 as a player.
Bind to the hooker.
Coach South Africa to win the games as well, and a Commonwealth gold medal.
Bind.
Ryota Gano, silver medalist at the Asian Games in 2018, has a bit of pressure here.
Fading back.
He'll get a quick tap for Japan. Down by 7. He has a crack himself. Fires a lovely ball off the left hand. Space here to go for Yoshizawa. Yoshizawa, excellent ball to Fukushi on the outside. A lot of support runners here for Japan as they look to reset things. Thought about a kick and then a step back in the field of play. Fukushi does come this way to Koga. He puts the kick in and chases. Murphy's there and Oosthuizen. Murphy knocks it back. Oosthuizen with his knee. And he's tackled on the ground. South Africa at their own goal line. Stab over the top from Van Veek to Sheikh Sois-Wapi. He's there. Beats one. Sois-Wapi. Big tackle coming in from Viti Sofia. JC Paturis there. Has more green jerseys.
Advantage, offside.
Offside play. Another kick down this side. Back and forth. There's kicking practice as Oosthuizen sets off on a run. Big Ryan Oosthuizen cut short, but Murphy's there. The ever-present James Murphy has the second score for South Africa.
2 beautifully weighted kicks by South Africa. First inside their 22 to Sheikh Sois-Wapi, who picked it up, just couldn't break that last side of defense. And then the one to Oosthuizen here. Beautiful. Yeah, there's the weighted kick. Sheikh's just patient, waiting for that pop-up, beats it, the sweeper. But Sophia, great cover defense. And then another beautifully weighted kick there. It looks like these men practice this all the time. Second nature. Great second try for South Africa.
Just space on either side of the field. They're able to find the rolling kick. And James Murphy scores his 9th try for his country. Working for a tech startup called Quench when he isn't playing rugby. Also for the non-profit Protecting African Lions. Man, he went to a rival school where I grew up, Bishops. Again, it's an excellent restart kick. Oh, and it gives JC Paturis a chance to leap up for this one. Straight away, the blitz box again. Branko de Prea showing all the skills after the restart. Jumps up to collect that pass. Van Veek again floats down the touchline to Sheikh Sois-Wapi. That kick has got too much on it.
Out the back. Option 22.
Oh, you could see what he was trying to do. He was going to get pushed out of bounds, so just put the ball on his toe. Unfortunately, it just rolled into touch there.
Scrum option taken.
Yeah, you can see the Japanese defenders closing in on him. Doesn't want to get taken out. Just a little too much velocity behind his foot there. Causes that ball to go into the dead ball zone.
Sheikh Sois-Wapi played some Super Rugby with the Southern Kings.
Hold your weight,
and has
take
led
the hit.
this South
Hold
African
your
side
weight, take the hit.
for many years. Debuted in 2016.
Coach!
Only 4 sides before we reached LA. Had won the
Bind.
series. New Zealand 13 times. South Africa, Fiji 4 times apiece. And Samoa once.
Set!
Back in 09.
Stay behind, stay behind.
2010 era. Japan. Fukushi beats one. Lovely ball back on the inside. There's space where they wing 3/4. Noguchi. Looking to absorb a couple is Yoshihiro Noguchi. To the halfway line. It's a good shape on attack as they step here through Shotaro Soka. But Blitzbox get their hands dirty and take possession. Murphy's there, but a space for him to operate. And JC Pretorius cuts in once, and Pretorius needs no other invitation. He's on the list, and he's invited to another 5.
Yeah, we've seen it all year from this man, JC Pretorius, slicing and dicing through defenses, scoring tries, but it all came from their defense. Japan got a little bit isolated on the step back. Great shot there, body control, getting his hands underneath the ball, ripping it to his chest, winning possession for his team. And then JC Pretorius, you give this man an edge and he'll step back and burn you.
An excellent score for Pretorius and South Africa. Flags go up as well. It's a halftime score where South Africa lead 19-0 in the 13th place game here against Japan. The Blitzbox, very powerful in the opening 7 minutes, as you would expect. Ranked number 1 on the series. You never thought they'd be playing here for 13th place, but that is the nature of the game.
Yeah, they had some struggles on day 1, found themselves on day 2. Didn't really perform well against Wales, but they've come back strong here in their last 2 matches. Really want to finish this tournament out for Neil Powell on the right foot, heading into Cape Town in 2 weeks' time. The Japanese, as you can see, have had loads of possession, lots of offloads. When they get a little bit isolated, it's when the Blitzbox strike. Second half, they're going to want to make sure that they have support quickly or make sure that they don't die with the ball on the ground.
Just 10 players in their squad, 3 injuries, 1 to Zane Davids, Diebold Human and Darren Adonis, as Neil Powell gives his words, and Yuki Okudari is injured for Japan. What happens when you reach day 2, ending the tournament?
Yeah, this is where the fitness and the brotherhood really comes into play here. You're tired, you're hot, the body is hurting. As Neil Powell always says, it's all about the effort.
Beautiful Los Angeles welcomes you back to second half action in the 13th place game between South Africa and Japan. Our fans have thoroughly enjoyed their time here in the Golden State. 840 miles of coastline. Hollywood just around the corner as well. Walk of the Stars, 2,600 stars on the ground. And a few more featuring this weekend, of course, in the game of 7s. The ball's knocked down here, and Saku Makato tries to get it. Soka piles in, knock on first.
Yeah, you can see what Japan wants to do. They want to kick a high restart, push that South African pod back. Just unfortunate, just got a finger on it that went forward. South Africa like to slow the game down, make their plan and go execute it.
Coach! Keep on low, keep on
Cup
low.
finalists will happen later in our super session. Fiji
Fine.
New Zealand for the title. Australia, Samoa
Set.
for bronze. Of course, series on the line. South Africa still have an outside chance of winning it. Branko de Pree picks up and goes himself. Gets rid of one customer. Murphy on the front foot for the Blitzbox. Makata in there as well. Kick over the top from Sean Williams, chasing his own kick, but it's going to be one here by Noguchi. Looking for more Japanese jerseys that he could switch with, and there's one of them. They've linked up beautifully. Kano, now they get on the outside. Fukushi. Fukushi's a real handful. But Branko de Pree equal to the task. The ball's kicked back to Nakagawa. Couple of good steps from him off the right foot. Still 19-0, but Japan have momentum here at the halfway line. Noguchi gets rid of Branko de Pree this time. There's Angelo Davids, tackles him. Much better looking Japanese side who beat Spain yesterday 33 points to nothing, and then Canada today. Fiti Sofia was certainly a big part of that. Good width as they look to stretch South Africa. Wide ball from Yoshiyuki Koga. Fakushi, the one-handed offload to Koga now. He's run down JC Paturis' channel.
Tackle has to release. He has to release.
But another quick tap, catching South Africa, not 10. Noguchi, very lively. Ryota Kano, great fitness and stamina here from Shotaro. Zoka tries to get the pass away.
So unfortunate for the Japanese there. Put together such great phases of attack, stepping inside and out, keeping the ball alive, asking questions of the South African defense. Created a great opportunity on the edge there. Great kick out to 2v1, just the ball just happened to go forward. It's one thing about these Blitzblock, they're never out of it. They're always scrambling, always fighting for each other.
Yeah, South Africa started the season superbly, setting a record for South Africa. They won 6 consecutive rounds. The end of last year and beginning of this one.
Let's get set over here,
New Zealand
guys.
lead, though. South Africa 36-game win streak ended in Singapore.
Yeah, it's your ball. Yeah.
South Africa champions in the series when Neil Powell played in 2009 and then back-to-back in 2017, 2018 and recently in 2021. They're always thereabouts, runners-up 7 times.
Bind.
Where Japan
Set.
have just been on a core team, reinstated in 2022. They'll be here again next year. Sean Williams goes around the fringes, finds Miller du Plessis, been used a lot off the bench because he can come on and create something. Good support lines again. Du Plessis there, throws one dummy and a couple of good steps. Blitzbox with Oosthuizen. Across to Saku Makata. Finally brought down to the ground. Pretorius goes in at half. Japan counter ruck. Great bit of work doing this against the Blitzbox, which is normally a hallmark of their game. Japan looking at streak through here. Taichi Yoshizawa, though, who rolls twice.
Double roll.
Yeah, fortunate for Japan there. Went for the double roll, trying to give his support player an extra second, knowing that some Blitzbox defenders were going to come for that ball.
Let's go now. Make a decision.
South Africa will take an attacking line on. It's a good kick.
Yeah, one of the hallmarks of South Africa's attack is
substitution.
their different combination of moves off their set piece, platforms, line out being one of them. One thing they always pride themselves is their game management, understanding.
Are we good?